Hello everyone, in this part 1 of straight lines, I'll explain you about the meaning of a straight line and the slope of a straight line. So let's start with the definition. A straight line is a curve such that every point on the line segment joining two points on it lies on it. It means, what is the meaning of this thing? Suppose we have this line segment which is made by after joining these 2 points. Then if we will take any point, then it should be lies on it. So this is the meaning of the straight line. Now every first degree equation in xy represent a straight line. It means we can say that the general form of a straight line is, general form of the equation of a straight line is ax plus by plus c is equals to 0, where a, b, c belongs to real numbers, and a is not equals a and b not equals to 0. This will be never equals to 0. So this is the general form of the equation of a line. Now slope of a line, the trigonometrical tangent of the angle that a line makes with the positive direction of x-axis in the anti-clockwise sense is called the slope or gradient of a line. And generally the slope of a line is represented by this n. What is the meaning of this fact? Suppose we have this Cartesian plane and this is a line. Now this line is making an angle theta. This theta is with the positive direction of x-axis. So if we will take the tangent of this thing, then slope of this line L is given by m is equals to tan theta. On the other hand, suppose I take this form, this is a line, then there are two angles, one is this, but this angle is with the negative direction of x-axis. For the slope of a line, we will take, this is the line and this is the positive direction from origin. So this angle will form the slope of a line because this angle is phi. Therefore, for this line, slope is given by m is equals to tan phi. So this is the way to represent the slope of a line, and generally the slope of a line represents the bending condition of the line with the positive direction of x-axis in anti-clockwise sense. Now there is another way to find the slope of a line. Now slope of a line when it is passing through two given points. How will we find out? Look at this thing. For this, let us suppose we have this Cartesian plane and this is the line which is passing through this point. One is P, another is Q. Now this is x1 y1 and this point is x2 y2. Now we will draw the perpendicular on this and perpendicular from Q, and from Q we will draw the perpendicular on this Pn. This is Pn, this is Qn, and let us suppose this is R. Now look at this thing. What will be this distance? Because this coordinate x2 y2, it means this distance is y2. And what will be this distance? This distance from origin is x2. What will be this? y1. And what will be this distance? x1. It means ultimately what will be this distance? x2 minus x1. It means this distance is also x2 minus x1, and this distance will be, this is already y1, it means this is y1. This total is y2, it means this distance be y2 minus y1. Let us suppose this inclination with this line with x-axis in positive direction of x-axis is theta. Now this line is parallel to this, therefore by corresponding angle this is also theta. Now in triangle PRQ, tan theta is equals to PR upon QR. Tan theta we know already that it is represented by m, that is the slope of a line, And what is this PR? Y2 minus Y1. And what is this QR? X2 minus X1. So this is the slope of a line when a line is given that it is passing through two given points. Now let's start to solve the questions related to this explanation. Look at this thing in question number 1. Find the slope of the line making inclination of 60 degree with the positive direction of x-axis. It means, what is the meaning of this thing? Here we have theta is equals to 60. Now theta is 60 degree because this is with the positive direction of x-axis. It means m is equals to tan theta. It means m is equals to tan 60. And we know very well tan 60 is always equals to root 3. Therefore, the slope of this line is root 3. Now in second question, they are saying find the slope of the line passing through the points. It means one point is 3 minus 2 and another point is 3, 4. Now let us suppose this is A, this is B. It means slope of line AB is m is equals to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. What is y2? 4 minus plus 4 upon 2, 4 plus 2. This is 3 minus 3. It means this is 0, 1 up, this is 6 upon 0. Therefore, slope of this line m is not defined. What is this? Slope of this line is not defined. Because in denominator we have 0. That's why we can say that the slope of this line is not defined. Now look at this thing. Let's start with the another question. In question number 1, C part, we have find the slope of a line which passes through the point origin and the midpoints of the line segment joining the points A 2 minus 4 and B 6 0. Look at this thing. To do this type of questions, generally we will make the roughly figure. Now, by reading this question, we are observing we have to find the slope of a line which passes through the origin. Let us suppose this is the coordinate of origin 0 0 and the midpoint of the line segment joining the points A 2 minus 4 and B 6 0. Now look at this thing. It means we have to find out the slope of this line OM and where M is the midpoint of AB. Now first of all, coordinates of M. Coordinates of M. How will we find out coordinates of M? By midpoint formula. And what is the midpoint formula? Midpoint formula is, this is x1 plus x2 upon 2. It means 2 plus 6 upon 2 and y1 plus y2 upon 2 minus 4 plus 0 upon 2, and you will say this is by midpoint formula. And you read this formula in 10th standard. Midpoint formula. Now look at this thing. This become, what is this? 4 and this is minus 2. So the coordinates of this one is 4 and minus 2. Now slope of line OM. So slope of line OM is given by same formula, y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. And what is this y2? Y2 is minus 2 and minus 0 upon 4 minus 0. It means what is the slope of this line? Minus half. And this is the answer for the slope of this line. Now this next part, D part, is very very important. In this D part, but we have in question that a ray of light passing through the point 1 2 reflects on the x-axis at the point A, and the reflected ray passing through the point 5 3. Find the coordinates of point A. Now look at this thing. D part, a ray of light passing through the, first of all we will make, let us suppose this is the x-axis. This is suppose point 1 2. A ray of light passing through the point 1 2 and reflects on the x-axis at a point A. So let us suppose this is the x-axis and this is the point A. Because it reflects on x-axis, so let us suppose the coordinate of this point is h0. Another, and the reflected ray passing through the point 5 3. So this is the reflected ray which is passing through the point 5 3. Let us suppose this is P and this is Q. Now draw this perpendicular, and we know very well that angle of incident is equals to angle of reflection. So that is why if we are considering this angle is theta, it means this angle is also theta. Now, first of all, let coordinates of A is h0, and because angle of incidence is equals to angle of reflection, therefore we will say that this is our angle PAR must be equals to angle RAQ is equals to theta. Now look at this thing. This complete angle is 90. It means this angle will be 90 minus theta. Therefore, we can say slope of line AQ is equals to look at this thing. What is this angle with the positive direction of x-axis? 90 minus theta. It means this is 10. 90 minus theta is equals to y2 minus y1, 3 minus 0 upon 5 minus h. And you know very well 10 90 minus theta means cot theta is equals to 3 upon 5 minus h. This is the equation number 1. Now look at this thing. For the slope of PA, this complete angle is 90 and this is theta. Therefore, slope of line PA is, what is this thing? 10 90 plus theta. 10 90 plus theta is equals to y2 minus y1, 2 minus 0, x2 minus x1, 1 minus h. 10 90 plus theta means, what is this? Minus cot theta is equals to 2 upon 1 minus h. Substitute the value of cot theta. It means minus 3 upon 5 minus h, 2 upon 1 minus h. Cross multiplication. Minus 3 plus 3h is equals to 10 minus 2h. It means what this become? H is equals to, look at this thing. This become 5h is equals to 13. It means h is equals to 13 upon 5. Therefore, we can say the coordinates of A. Therefore, coordinates of A is, what is this? 13 upon 5 comma 0. And this is the answer for this part. And here you can mention this is from equation 1. So in this way you have to do the practice for other questions. Don't forget to give the answer of this question in comment box. Thanks and God bless you.